Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to Angel Dogs Tarot. Thank you so much for coming along today. Today we have got a very empowering reading. It is about love or career. What should you focus on now? Now, these are energy messages. So I'm just reading the energy that's around you, what you choose to do and what you choose to focus on, particularly in such important topics, is obviously very relevant just to you and your own situation. But we will read the energy that is here and see what it has to say. And if you are retired and you don't have a career, then it can be about choosing different paths, doing something you love or doing something that feels more dutiful, perhaps. So for pile number 1, we have got lightning and breakthrough. And we have got a charm today of, oh, it's like a thistle. It's not coming into focus. So slightly out of focus, thistle. Focus is always very interesting in tarot readings. I know it can be a nuisance as a viewer, but for me as a reader, it means there's something that needs to come into focus for you. Okay, and we have got imagination. And your charm is, oh, lovely, a moon with leaves around it. And for pile number 3, we have got earth. And your charm is, oh, don't think that's ever come out before. It's like a 4 square, it's almost like the top of a gift box. Chevron, is that the right name for it? You can let me know down below. Anyway, it's a very beautiful looking charm of 4 squares that are very red and something very diamondy in the middle. Okay, so for those of you who are new, just as a quick introduction, I do channel the message and the energy of pets in spirit. I work with one particular pet one pet in particular, who is Tober. He's Tober the Oracle dog. He is a pet now in spirit, but he was a real animal, and our pets get us better than we get ourselves sometimes as humans. They reflect back us as energy that they want to share with us to help us. And by working with the energy of pets, I get a very, very deeper perspective that I just don't get if I read cards without the pet being there. So I will introduce Tober. He sits in front of me on a picture. I'll introduce him at the end of each message and bring him in, but know that I'm channeling a lot through these messages. So hopefully that's given you enough time to choose your pile if you're still with me, and we will see your readings. And if you're energetically drawn to more than one pile, there could be more than one message in there. Although this is a sort of granular question, love or career, there could be easily advice across more than one pile if you feel that is relevant. Okay, we will see in your readings. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this card of lightning and breakthrough, and also this thistle. A very interesting and strong combination, because thistles are the energy of bravery, they're the energy of breakthrough as well, they're the energy of taking ownership of making something happen. They're very much a Scottish traditional symbol, and I'm from Scotland, reading from Scotland. So they're the bravery, they're the pushing aside things that are difficult, because thistles are quite prickly, and it's just like you're prepared to grasp the prickles, the thorny bits of life, and do something about them. So we have got love or career. We're going to see what happens with that reading, but of course we can do love and career, and I think that is always something that could come through as well. It's not a granular thing, it's not a choice. And as I said at the start, just in case you missed the introduction, these are just energies and not advice. So this is just the energy that we're picking up that happens to be around you, and sort of relaying that back to you, and what you do with that information is entirely up to you. Okay, so let us get some oracle cards and then we will progress with the message. So we've got happiness, lovely. How beautiful. Okay, all right. And talent. Wow, brilliant. Okay, there is a breakthrough. This is about career. So we'll see what happens with love, but this reading is definitely career. So what should you focus on now? There is a breakthrough coming in your determination to do something that makes you happy. With this talent card, there's a real poise with the energy of this person. They're really mastering some kind of craft. Like to master ballet requires a lot of practice. It requires strengthening your muscles. It requires allowing yourself to flow with the energy of dance. It means that you have to go inwards to feel the movement and the flow of your life. When you're in that much control and that much intuitively in tune with your body, with the environment, because you're so strong and solid in what you do, there is a real chance to make yourself happy by doing that. But it takes a lot of bravery. It takes a lot of bravery to go from something that you do perhaps when you're younger and you just go to dance classes, to actually realizing that you have a talent for this. And then it's like, well, where do I go with this? Do I just learn how to do it and then stop and then go into a sort of mainstream career? Or do I actually progress with dance and make that my choice? What makes you happy? I mean, this person is kind of swirling around in happiness. If dancing, as an example, it doesn't have to be dancing, but anything that you do that really makes you happy, then it's a beautiful thing to do, to have a career that really is coming from your heart and also using your true self-expression, your true talent. So it feels like something's really, really shifting for you. Lightning is a powerful, sudden change, a shaft or a shot of, massive energy that kind of jolts things forward. And with this bravery, it feels like you've suddenly decided to be brave enough to pursue something that you actually really love doing. And maybe that means that you've had to push past a love connection, or maybe it'll bring you a love connection because you're doing that. But this is very much about that focus. Tree and grounding into reality, you doing what you want to do, and wolf instinct, following your instinct. There's a lone wolf vibe here. So again, it feels instinctively to me that you're needing to make your world, your life, to ground into reality for yourself, like how you're going to manifest your life going forwards. So there's an energy of focusing on you here and following your instincts about how to grow a home, a business, a world around you, an environment around you that is really firmly rooted in you doing something that you love doing. Hats off to you, pal number one. I mean, bravo, and then some, because the key to happiness is being happy in what we do, and not needing a relationship. The relationship then is able to revolve around that happiness. We have to make time for the relationship. That is something that is a bit of a learning curve for all of us. But this is beautiful, beautiful energy. Right, let's see what the tarot has to say. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Knowing your value. You're waking up to your value. The Chariot, wow. And the Page of Swords. Part number one, this is just really strong, really, really positive energy going on in here. You are really taking ownership and being brave enough to take ownership of how valuable you are. And that is shifting things towards you. It could be shifting somebody towards you who wants to, there's a couple of things here. Wants to send you a message with the Page of Swords. It could be somebody who's just really, really curious about what you're doing. And it could be that somebody's coming in and just saying, can I learn from you? So this doesn't have to be somebody in love. We have Emperor and Empress energies are the strong energy that can ride on a chariot. You have to be a real strong person to ride on a chariot. So if you're looking for love, it could be that you're attracting it in. But I mean, from a career perspective, things are shifting for you because you've decided to own your value, and that's going to bring you new opportunities. And I think that people are going to be wanting to say, right, how do we learn from this? How do we help you, to grow, and how do we help ourselves to learn from you? Okay, so we are going to take that as just the opening energy. See what else Tarot wants to say. The Seven of Coins. the Empress, and the King of Coins. Well, pile number one, if you're looking for love, we've got very strong masculine and feminine energy coming in here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I like how that King of Pentacles is just kind of looking at you, or looking at the energy and going, this is impressive. So tarot doesn't read for gender. So masculine and feminine energy we have inside of all of us. Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy is basically you saying, I'm going to take ownership of making money, but I'm going to do it in a way that I really, really love doing it. With the Queen of Pentacles, I know my value and I know how to make that happen for myself. So that is how the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy can be read if it's just about you and you're just focusing on career. We've got this Empress energy, which is really, 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 really grounded feminine energy, again, in all of us, but it's accessing the creative, fertile, expressive, pleasure, happy energy that is inside of us, and doing something with it. And with the 7 here, it's like growing, patience, gratitude. It's like just really being embodied in how much you love what you're doing. If you're in that kind of energy, I can promise you, you're exceptionally attractive to anyone, let alone somebody who you might want to be in partnership with. Honestly, for absolutely, anyone who finds somebody who is just in a zone of being so passionate and grounded and following their instincts and being in the zone of doing what they love and knowing their value, people long to have that in themselves. The challenge you might have is just making sure that you are, if you're looking for love, attracting somebody who understands and gets your value and isn't just trying to feed off that to make themselves feel good. So your focus on your career at this point in time is bringing people to you, bringing divine counterpart energy, or just bringing people to you who want to look after you. There could be a really strong feminine energy person who just wants to nourish and take care of you and protect you. There could be a strong masculine energy here who wants to help you release the value within you of what it is that you're able to do. Okay, so focus on you and focus on what you love is going to bring you rewards. If you're with somebody who kind of doesn't get what you're doing, if they still value you, that's lovely. If they start to hold you back, this isn't advice, but this is a bit of life coaching here. It's your life, and the longest relationship you'll ever have is the relationship that you'll have with yourself. And doing something that you're really passionate about is one of the most fulfilling things that we can have, as well as a very loving connection. And if a very loving connection doesn't support you, ultimately it's conditional love, not unconditional love. So I'll just throw that out there for those of you who might need to hear it. Happiness again? Are you kidding me? Wow. And thicket of thorns, uncertainty. All right. There is this instinct. Perhaps you're actually needing somebody, or would really just long for somebody to be a soundboard for you, to be a bit of a mentor, to be a bit of a guardian, to be a bit of a partner, whether a partner in life or just a partner in helping you. You could be seeking a really, really good coach, for example. You could be seeking a really good teacher, or a boss who kind of wants to help you progress. So while you might not be attracting a love relationship, it feels like you might be, and you're really happy in what you do, and you're really happy about how you are and who you are, you might have a little bit of uncertainty about the way forward, which actually somebody who just shows up to give you love and support, it doesn't have to be like partnership love in the romantic sense, but somebody who's just able to be a really, really good partner to you in your journey of helping you sound out things. That could be somebody that is kind of floating around your energy at this point in time. Okay, we have got here, yes, and transformation. Again, just look at this dance. It's like you're saying yes to yourself. Just say yes to yourself and watch what happens. That's another, it's like, look at the happiness, but there's also this dance going on in here. There's just this freedom of movement, the freedom of expression to be yourself. You don't have to be a dancer to read this reading. Okay, this is about, you could be a computer mechanic, like, or a scientist. It's just like there's a freedom in following what you love doing, what you're passionate about, and that is bringing some kind of incredible transformation going on inside of you. And as you transform yourself because you're passionate about yourself, that is again when you just attract. You just become a magnet. Okay, all right, so we're just going to get a little bit more here from the tarot just to kind of take this reading somewhere. So this is very much about following the passion of your purpose. Something that you absolutely adore doing is really just taking hold of you, and it feels like every bit of energy around you is just saying, oh my goodness, yes, like don't worry about the uncertainty, just say yes to yourself, like give yourself permission to walk the path that you really want to walk, and that will help you overcome this uncertainty. It feels energetically though you would really benefit or really love somebody just to be there to kind of be your champion, be somebody that can hold you emotionally, possibly physically as well. Or you have somebody that is holding you physically, you have a lovely partner, but you just could do with somebody to help you to take this talent out into the world. Okay, so let's just get a little bit of tarot now about is there someone else in this reading? No, I don't feel like I want to take those. So there you go, that's the one I want to take. Let's just get some information about love. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Nope, no more from that, Tober saying. And 3 from here. 1, 2, and 3. There we go, go flying. I'm just noticing that one once ago. I'll just see what that is, whether it is a needed to turn or not. Okay, so we have got the Queen of Wands. We have got the Knight of Coins. And we have got the Queen of Swords. Okay, look at this. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Empress energy here. I kind of feel that there's kind of just a need for you to have somebody around you who's just got just a real dose of compassion, maybe to help you negotiate, how to negotiate contracts, for example, with this amount of talent, or, something that you're producing. It feels like you could just do with somebody to lean on to help you navigate some of the things that you have to deal with. There's when we put ourselves out into the world, whether we're running a business, whether we're being a creative and wanting to share our talent, but when we decide to do something that is kind of like we're going it alone, there's a whole raft of jobs that come with that. It can be about doing our accounts, it can be about opening doors, negotiating contracts. I, for example, I've got, a huge amount of experience in business. When I set up to do stuff on my own, well, the one thing I'm not very good at is opening doors, but as soon as the door is open, I'm through the door and I'm on it. But I just don't like knocking on doors. So somebody who came to me energetically from the universe, a beautiful soul, Angela, who worked with me, was somebody who would open doors for me because she was happy to be my cheerleader. So it's like finding what are the bits that you don't like doing, like what are the bits that make you uncomfortable, and finding somebody to help you with those pieces, aspects of your life, somebody who has energy of love, loving what you do and wanting you to succeed, and not just to feed off you. They genuinely want you to succeed, and I feel that is something that you're needing or looking for. So it's love, but it's not necessarily partnership love, although it could be. And it feels that there's somebody who has a strong feminine energy, somebody who's got a lot of compassion and a lot of supportive ideas, not just pushing you, but actually nurturing you. And again, that could be male or female, because a lot of women, I'm just going to say that, I am a woman, I'm allowed to say it, I've been in business, I've been at the top of global businesses. A lot of women can be actually quite uncompassionate. And a lot of men using their feminine energy can be very compassionate. So it doesn't matter about whether it's a man or a woman that we're talking about here. It feels like you're kind of in need of somebody who's just compassionate and helps you access that in yourself, and maybe does some negotiation for you about perhaps for financial deals or opening doors or something like that. Okay, and then we've got the 5 of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we have got the King of Swords. Yeah, so really, like, the King and Queen energy here is amazing, bringing new opportunities, helping you to not worry about things that you've lost and look at the things that are still to come. Like, look at the opportunities rather than the energy that hasn't materialized. So 5 of Cups is very much about there are 5 cups, 3 are broken, 2 aren't. And, you know, it's really easy for our human mind to focus on what didn't work, or, you know, there's comments that come in from social media. It's like running a YouTube channel. You know, I can have 1,000 likes and 1 unlike, and it's the 1 unlike that kind of like, oh, how do they not like me? It's like, you know, it niggles. Although I'm far more like, I don't care about it than most people, but it's just like, do you realize how much you're self-harming by giving me a dislike? It's like, it's not about me, it's about you, and that bothers me. It bothers me that you don't like yourself enough to want to give a dislike. So when you focus on the negative, you know, you can drag yourself down, and you move yourself out of happiness. So it feels like there's just somebody who'll just keep you strong in your thoughts, you know, keep you focused on the fact that opportunities are going to come knocking on your door. I'm sorry about all the light going on in here, but things are lighting up for you. This Queen of Wands is lighting up in particular, and the Queen of Wands energy is about the determination to put your creativity out there. So pile number 1, this is very much about career. You're exceptionally talented at something that brings you great joy. Follow your instinct, like follow your direction, not what other people think. With this lone wolf, ground into reality a life that is focused around doing something that you love with this strength, this thistle. Something's just going to suddenly dawn on you. There's going to be some kind of breakthrough that just says, I need to value myself. When I value myself, I'm happy. Am I following the right path? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like transformation happens like when you're really following what you're doing. And here there's just this energy of the right people are going to show up to help you. Some very compassionate, supportive energy, some very loving energy. It could be partnership energy if you want it to be. You know, that partnership energy is going to just help you excel in your career. It's not going to hold you back, and it's not going to divert you from it. Okay, today is a good day. This is your affirmation card to close off. Greet each day with an attitude of appreciation for the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Proclaim that no matter what happens to you, make the best of this singular and unique day. Believe wholeheartedly that everything will work in your favor, and it will. Set the tone by affirming today is a good day. I'm just going to ask Tober for any closing messages. So here he is. He's just sitting here in front of me. I'm just going to put him back. But when I zone into him, he gives me a deepening message, or he sends me images. And he's actually sending me an image of a group of your friends, like just hanging around you. And if it's not your friends, it could be just a group of angels. Actually, I'm also getting an image of, and you just saying, oh my God, this is tough. And then you're looking at them and just going, don't laugh at me. And they're all laughing, going, oh, look at you, we told you that you'd be amazing and you didn't believe us. And, you know, actually it's been a tough journey, but, you know, come on, let's go and enjoy this and have fun. And you're just like, yeah, okay, I might have signed up for a bit of hardship, but yeah, it's quite funny, isn't it? I'm really enjoying it, actually. Okay, let your talent shine, pile number 1. And the right people, if they're not around you, they're gonna come flooding in. Just be mindful of people who want to feed off your happiness, and don't compare yourself to anyone. Comparison is the killer of joy, and jealousy is the destroyer of friendships. So just focus on being happy, focus on growing your talent, and just be discerning about having compassionate, kind people around you who are going to be supporting you and help provide you with the security. It's like that. I think the universe kind of wants to wrap their arms around your talent, and just celebrate this incredible journey that you're going on. Yay, go for it. Amazing. Thank you so much, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Hope it helped. Hope to see you again sometime. Take care. Bye. Okay, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this card, Cloud, and the charm, it says imagination here, and this charm, which is a moon. He looks like he's a man in the moon who's actually asleep with the feathers or actually leaves. I always think of this charm as being a moon hidden behind the leaves. It's just like the moon's kind of peeking out, the energy's about to show. So we're asking today about love or career. What should you focus on now? These are not advice. I just want to say that particularly because you can easily focus on love and career. What we're just doing is picking up on the energy that's around you and just reporting that back to you. What do you do with it is entirely up to you. Interestingly, I have to say that I'm not getting a huge energetic hit of either work or career going on at this point in time. So that in its own right is very interesting. It's very telling. It might be that neither is kind of the right option for you. It might be that you're dreaming of traveling. It might be that you're just kind of dreaming or wondering about what to do next in all aspects of your life. So we're just going to explore and see what happens on that. Normally, I guess I said a lot of download information to start with, but I'm just not picking up on much at this point in time. So we have got ease and grace. And we have got intuition and downloads. Yeah. You know what? You could actually be meditating, or have been meditating. Obviously, if you're reading this, you're not meditating at this point in time. But you might just be going through a bit of a spiritual awakening. In which case, love and career, neither of them really take much of a priority when we're going through that kind of transformational process where we start to really tune into how our entire energetic system works. You know, we're trained to spend so much time in our mental energy, like doing stuff, and not that much time in our mind energy. But here, in our left brain, can't even speak. So that's again, it's like I can't get the words out. It might be that you can't express yourself very well at the moment. Or express what you're going through at this point in time. And I think you're probably going through a transformation process spiritually where you're starting to understand and access energy in a whole different level. And look, it's come out in and out of focus. I apologize if I catch that on screen and I see it. It means that things are trying to come into focus for you. So yeah, you're trying to put your life into perspective and find more ease and grace in your own internal world. So we will keep going with the question, love or career, but at the moment I'm getting that neither are really your priority. It's kind of self-care and understanding your dreams and passions and purpose. Success, how to have a successful life that is magical, that's calm. You're looking for something to light your way. You're looking for something magical. Yeah, you're looking for something magical in your life that will make you feel much, much more in tune with who you are. And perhaps love and career, neither have worked out. You might have actually even had an ending in love and an ending in your career. And at this point in time, you're, I'm going to say, wisely using the time to reassess what it is that you really want. Wisdom. Yeah, there we go. You're trying to find or seek, or you are using your time wisely to go within. So you might be in a love situation, you might be in a career situation, but there's a lot of introspection going on in here, saying, I want more success in being more at ease as opposed to more material success. I want to find that feeling inside that captures my imagination. Queen of Wands. Lovely. The Lovers. Okay. The King of Swords. I'm just going to get another row of tarot because there's a couple of ways of interpreting this. We'll line them up. 1 and 2. No, come out if it was the right one. There it is. No, there's 2 together. Okay, so we've got the Lovers as well as Justice. Yeah, okay. Queen of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Okay. And we've got the King of Swords with the High Priestess and the Five of Wands. Yeah, pile number 2, I'm definitely getting that you are in a situation where you're actually perhaps in the middle of breaking up with somebody, or you have broken up and you're in the process of sorting things out. So with the Lovers and Justice, justice can be about legal matters, about finding balance, about fairness, about choices. I think you're in this contemplative energy of something hasn't worked, and you're either trying to find internally the rebalance the decisions, and Lovers is about choices. It's like, did you make the right decision? How do I make the best decision going forwards? It could be that you're out there dating and you've got one or two people around you, and you're trying to just what's the right decision, what's the right option, what's the right choice. Okay, with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands is a very determined energy. She's a very, very powerful person. She makes stuff happen. Tarot doesn't read for gender. So our feminine energy, which is compassionate, but very determined, combined with the Ace of Swords, I'd say that you're determined to take ownership of your thoughts and your communication and your ideas and your concepts and your clarity of who you are and the clarity of what you want out of life. That is kind of like your priority. This imagination cloud here and the Ace of Swords is, what's going on in my head? What is it that I really, really want? And how am I going to make that happen with this Queen of Wands energy? And then with the King of Swords energy, the King of Swords energy is seeking success. So we got success kind of twice with this King of Swords energy, but it's having success in your self-confidence with this High Priestess and Five of Wands. I think you've been fighting your intuition for a long period of time. And I think you have realized that actually your inner wisdom, when you really tune into your intuition, you will realize, we got intuition here twice. Yeah. Okay. Fabulous. You've had some kind of conflict with the Five of Wands, but actually a lot of that has been mental conflict. Something has happened that's really made you stop and think about, why did it happen? What was it about me? What was it about how I showed up? What was it about that whole situation that made me not be successful? So this is this is actually a reading about a love relationship that went wrong. There could be work involved in this as well, but with the Lovers and the King and Queen energy and the High Priestess energy here, the intuitive energy, the ease and grace, you wanted a relationship that was easy, and it wasn't. It was conflicting. But a lot of the conflict you've now kind of embodied in yourself, or you're going through some kind of conflicting situation to sort out a legal situation, which I'm really sorry to hear about. It's a really tough, challenging time. I'm going to go with some of these. To use those, I'm going to go with some of these. Okay, so let's get some support and help for you from the Oracle. We'll start with that one for certain, and that one. There we go. We have got celebration and dance. Lovely. And we've got Green Man and synergy. Okay. And we have got that one and that one. Prosperity, wow, and protection. There's some, there's kind of like some flip-flop energy going on in here. So what I'm picking up on is like, there's like almost like there's a freedom, there's a coming back to you. There's a lone figure here. There's a perhaps you're just waiting for a download of money, that maybe this legal situation will kind of sort that, or you're just waiting to see where you're going to end up financially. Perhaps you're just celebrating the fact that you've just got a divorce. Maybe that's what the success is for some of you, if that resonates, or you're just celebrating the fact that maybe you've got a new job and that's helped you move on from a love situation. This is very much about love, not career. So there's an energy of feeling free emotionally, and hopefully for some of you feeling free financially, or at least feeling able to go and make money in a way that works for you, going on in this energy here. This is like, hey, I'm free. And this is kind of like, oh, okay, let's tune in, let's get back to basics. Let's get back to being present with my earth, being present with my creative ideas. There's this energy of a little bit about boundaries here, a little bit about much more about introspection. So freedom, recovering myself, working out what went wrong. But here it feels like you're perhaps not ready to go back into the world yet, because you're kind of processing, how do I protect myself? How do I protect my ideas? How do I protect my creativity? How do I protect my sexual expression, for example? So this is, I'm with the leaves here, like you're not ready yet perhaps to shine your light, to come out from behind the cover of the leaves. The moon isn't ready yet, because you're still going through this introspective energy and working out, you know, how to stop your mind overcoming your intuition, how to make sure you tune into your intuition before moving forward with something. Okay, I'm just going to get you a little bit of future energy. So where is this going to go? Let's get a little bit more tarot to finish off and a bit of advice. So you're coming out, or you're out of a love relationship. You're hopefully sorting things out. There's this big period of reevaluation, imagining what you do want in a relationship, but also in this kind of protective and self-reflective energy still going on at this point in time. I would just say boundaries are about saying yes to yourself. They're about like holding a door and saying you can come in, yes, no, you can't. And in order to understand our boundaries, we really have to understand ourselves. What do we want from a relationship? Not just what do we want from a person, but what do we want from a relationship? And in order to do that, we kind of have to understand what do we want from the relationship we have with ourselves. And that's some pretty deep work. You know, it's I wish we got taught about this stuff when we were younger, but we don't, and we probably wouldn't take it in anyway. Okay, so tarot, where are we going? We're going 6 months forward. So we've got 9 of Wands in reverse. That's good. Okay, we have got the Page of Wands in reverse. Perhaps I won't read these in reverse. We've got the Ace of Coins in reverse. I'm not going to read reverse. I haven't read all the others in reversal. Sometimes intuitively it feels like I need to. Sometimes I just don't. Okay, what I will do is clarify these again though. So the 9 of Wands is... it is about determination. It is about finding the strength to move forward. But with the Page of Wands next to it, I actually, it's really lovely because I'm determined to move forward, but I'm determined to move forward with my creative expression intact. And that probably comes back to this protection and kind of like, you know, protecting your ideas, protecting things that are in the seat of your sacral chakra. So that is then saying, I'm determined to do things my way that brings me joy and brings me opportunities. You know, there's an ambition in this energy, which is really, really helpful. And perhaps because of this situation, this is just saying, well, I'm going to work on how do I make money? I'm actually going to work on my career. So this perhaps has become a, you know, what should you focus on? Actually, it's about me doing things that I really, really enjoy doing. Okay, 1 and 2, we'll just get some tarot to clarify that. So in 6 months' time, that's what it feels like. You're definitely moving forward. 2 of Pentacles, lovely. Knight of Wands, lovely, with the Page of Wands, which is a progression, and we got the 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is definitely about, over the next 6 months, it's about balance, it's about focusing on shifting yourself forward. 2 of Pentacles, from the Ace of Coins to the 2 of Pentacles, there's a progression in finances, which is I'm going to focus on my material needs, and that in turn, in 6 months' time, clarifying that determination. You're also determined to find harmony in who you work with and harmony in all of your partnerships. Opening up choices for yourself because but they feel like they're material choices. They feel like they're actually choices in like kind of work partnerships. That in turn could easily bring you somebody who is a romantic partner. Got the Page of Wands going into the Knight of Wands. It's just like I'm going to have this renewed enthusiasm for life, renewed enthusiasm for all of the actions you do. And that is going to take you on adventures. That's going to give you a lot of passion and a lot of courage because of this determination. So it's like you're going to leap beyond you're going to leap beyond the pasture. Perhaps you're going to seek love in a place that you've never sought it before. You might go traveling, but it's just like you're going to take a leap out of your known territory, and you're going to go into the unknown and go on an adventure of life. And in doing so, finding new love, perhaps, that is not in your normal pond that you fish in, for want of another word. And then we've got the Ace of Coins and the 10 of Wands. It just feels like there's an energy of just allowing yourself to let go of your burdens. What I love about this particular card is like the 10 of Wands can be about carrying around burdens on your back. But here it's just like, no, I've put them on a sled. I'm going to take the easy route down the hill of getting rid of them. I'm not going to take on other people's burdens. It's just like you're harnessing the magic of the fairy energy here. And you're just like, right, I'm on it. I'm not going to pull around stuff that doesn't belong to me. I'm going to focus on creating new opportunities. So pile number two, I beg your pardon, pile number 2, in summary, it feels like love or career. It's actually self-love and just getting your courage and determination to come out from behind the shadows. It feels like that's going to happen over the next few weeks, perhaps months, to find positive energy. Just surround yourself with positive energy by doing things that make you feel really, really topped up. Create an environment for yourself that makes you feel strong and supported. Take time to personalize your space and find a place for each item, both at home and at work. By maintaining your physical space, you're welcome in an atmosphere of uplifting energy in which you're able to foster happiness, resilience, and positive relationships. Okay, beautiful. All right, it feels, obviously these are, they're just energies. They're not advice. You could be headlong into a new relationship tomorrow, or you could be headlong off into an adventure tomorrow, whatever works for you. This is just the energy that we're picking up on. But it feels like it's a strengthening phase. It feels like you've had a really, really tough time and things have been difficult. And like, there's a time to, it's like I would say heal is not, it is probably a bit about healing, but there's also a deepening of your self-awareness that is actually something to be really, really celebrated, and just protect your energy from people who are not positive at this point in time. And in a few weeks' time, it feels like there's a big shift going forwards again, and also a real leap forwards into doing things that actually are kind of like pushing you beyond your comfort zone. Yeah, you're ready to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. And maybe that's why, if a relationship has failed, it failed because that person wasn't able to go where you are energetically able to go. Sadly, that is the reality of life these days. It doesn't make it say it's easy at all, but as we take ownership of going within, we become stronger, and not everybody can go on that journey with us. Pile number 2, I'm really sorry that you have been going through this. I hope it is a celebration, and just look after yourself. And you're deeply, deeply wise, and your intuition for certain is going to deepen. So allow your imagination to run free. Your beautiful dream life is out there waiting for you, and I wish you all of your success going towards it. Okay, thank you so much for being with us. I hope to see you again. Oh, I beg your pardon, Tober. Tober's here. He is my dog, who sends me messages. He's showing me a picture. It's actually showing me a picture of you kayaking down a big river. I don't know if that appeals to you or not, but he's just showing me the energy. I think it's representative of adventures, going on adventures. There's nothing better. And we put adventures and going on adventures and creativity aside in favor of conforming. So he's showing me this kind of like real passionate, adventurous side in you coming out. And adventure doesn't have to be doing something as wild as that. It can be just going somewhere and just like, doing something that you haven't done before that you've wanted to do for a long time. Sort of treat yourself to doing something like that, and it'll really lift your energy and lift your vibration very quickly. Okay, pile number 2, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Okay, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this card of Earth and Home. And this lovely little charm. It's like got 4 crosses. Crosses are about manifestation. They're also about union, coming into union I think you're coming into union with your spiritual energy. So this is a reading about love or career. What should you focus on now? And there's no reason why we can't focus on both. So these are just the energies that we're picking up on in particular around you. Interestingly, I started recording and realized I hadn't put the card on the table. So I started recording and there was nothing there, and I never do. I always have the card there. So it's almost like, it's kind of like there's a blank canvas with these 4 crosses, which is, you know, union, alliance, manifestation, divinity, coming into union with you, coming home to the truth of who you are, grounding yourself in the truth of who you are. So I'm not sure how love and career features in that. Yeah, and in the middle, look, in the middle, we've got this little diamond. In the middle of everything is you. So maybe this is love and career, because you're really coming into your own, and you're coming into harmony with yourself. It's like you're putting all the pieces of the puzzle of you back together, and it's starting to make sense. It's starting to look like it is, you know, a construct or a formulation that you can actually recognize. I think you're starting to recognize yourself, your soul, the truth of your soul. Okay. Very strong, beautiful start. Hats off to you, because that takes a heck of a lot of work. Pile number 3. Beauty. Wow. And life purpose. Wow. Yeah, I have these cards here. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? 2 completely different decks, and we've got effectively the same energy coming through twice. Yeah, you're starting to actually see the beauty of your soul, and not just that, you know, our ego kind of looks at ourselves and finds all sorts of reasons not to like who we are, but you're starting to really see the beauty within, and that in turn is allowing you to really start to shine a light. It's like, you know, the searchlights, it's like you've been searching for your purpose, and here's your purpose. So purpose, because we've got life purpose, it feels like career, but it feels like much more than a career. It feels like a true purpose, not just something that we need to do to make money and make work, because you started to see the beauty of every aspect, you know. And it might not be that you know, 100% vibe with all the gnarly bits on your body, for example. But you also understand that it is a part of the beautiful creature that is looking after your mind, your soul, is rendering that body in response to your mind. So, life purpose. Okay. Winter solstice and reflection. And tsunami and wake-up call. I was just about to say, this is really calm. It feels like you're in an energy of calm, and then it's like, oh no, it's not. It's anything but calm. But I think you're ready to make waves. You're ready to make waves in the world, pile number 3, because you have gone through an incredible period of actually reflecting what is beauty. It's internally and out. And you've been through this period of perhaps even being like closed down. Like the winter is a very, very quiet period. It's a period when not much energy flows, not much happens, but it's a period of rest. So you might have been in hermit mode, for example, because you've had to go into the truth of who you are and put all the pieces of the puzzle of your life into place. And now it's just like, oh, shift that energy. Let's get going. All right. So career is definitely a focus. Love might come out too, we're not sure, but let's just see about this life purpose. Wake up call. Waking up to the truth of you. Those all want to come out together. Maybe 5, I think. Okay. With the tarot then, what have we got? We have got the Fool. Yep, wow. Wake up call, it's time to get going. We have got the 2 of Swords. We have got the Page of Cups. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. These are great energies. And we've got the 10 of Wands. Okay, pile number 3. This is very powerful, but powerful in a really joyful, positive way, this energy. So with a Fool card, there's like, right, you're ready to start something new. It's a joyful card. It's optimistic. It's taking a leap of faith. That wake up call to make waves in the world, wake up call to your life purpose. The Two of Swords is a card of balancing thoughts, like what are the choices, but it's the choices within. It's like going inside your mind. It's not when you look at a choice on the outside, it's a choice of your thoughts, and just saying, how I have some ideas about how to do this, to follow my life purpose. I know I'm about to take a leap of faith. What is it that I'm going to do? And here at the heart and the center of this like row of cards is the Page of Cups, which is like, follow your joy. Like Page of Cups, it's one of my favorite energies because it's about embracing creativity and sensitivity, but in a fun way, in a young vibe. It's like embracing that kind of optimism of youth. And no matter how old you are, it's that soul energy inside, which is just saying, look, I'm going to go out and do something that really, really makes me feel good. Like life's about feeling good. It's not about doing things, it's about feeling. And in doing the things that we do, we want to feel good about them. So it's embracing that desire and need to make choices that make you feel good. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is also finding people who actually really, really want to cooperate with you, who want to work in a team. If you want to build something, build with people who get you, build with people who actually line up, who have exactly the same thoughts, beliefs, and values. I've learned to my cost so many times that when you line up with somebody who doesn't have the same vision or expectations, or they hold themselves back because they haven't uncovered quite who they are, and you try to do something with somebody who isn't in alignment with you, and therefore starts to misrepresent your intentions because they don't understand exactly the beauty of themselves, you end up not being able to move forward. It actually becomes something that is disruptive rather than progressive. And this is an energy is just saying, I'm not going to carry other people's burdens. Like the Ten of Wands can be a card of exhaustion, can be a card of burdens, but I always read this card because I just love the way that this is depicted, that it's like putting the burdens on. Let's like, yeah, we all have things that we have to deal with, but let's move with them in the easiest way possible. Let's put them on the sled and reduce the friction of energy that we carry around that's negative. So your wake-up call and your life purpose is just like more joy, more fun, people who really vibe with you, people who stand shoulder to shoulder with you, who want to collaborate, who want to cooperate, not compete, and kind of like misconstrue the desire to have fun and do great things in this world, that help Earth, that help Mother Earth. And so you've got fairy energy here. That's kind of an angle I want to take that. Yeah, death, rebirth. There we go. You've got a completely different perspective with this death, rebirth card of what you will and won't carry around. Like, what you will and won't deal with. It's like what I love is there's an energy of being quite selfish in this reading, but not in a way that is like self-centered where you harm people. It's just in a way of just like, look, I'm going to follow my bliss. It's really important for me to put this, whatever it is, out into the world, this life purpose. My intentions are really, really pure, like really pure about helping planet Earth. And I'm just going to find the right way to do it, which is fun, standing shoulder to shoulder with people who want to achieve the same thing, who aren't bogged down with their own rubbish and then try to portray that on you. And it's just like, no, I'm just going to own it. Look, I'm off and running. Brilliant. Pile number 3. So far, this is definitely about purpose, career. You might have a really, really loving partner, so you don't have to worry about it. You just decided to do something different, and they're like, yeah, hey, thank goodness, well done. Okay, we've got trust and crystal cave. Trust the magic, trust the direction that you'll be shown. And we have got sanctuary, mystic meadow. Some of you might be wanting to create a sanctuary for people. Some of you might be wanting to create a space of trust for other people. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 2 more oracle cards, and then I'm going to get a row of tarot, which is kind of going to follow these as well. Just see if we can get more information on them, that particular row. Okay, so yeah, so this, what I'd read in taking the trust and sanctuary going on along in here is like your life purpose might actually to be a creator sanctuary where people are able to feel safe to talk about what it is, the things that they want to do, their self-expression. You know, you'll have had ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, getting to the place that you're so grounded and so true in yourself. And, you know, you've learnt the lessons that if people don't follow the same joy and understand you and your expectations, you just have to trust that they will shake away and the right people will come along. But it's really important that you maintain a sanctuary for your own mind as well as for other people. Okay. Or a sanctuary for earth in some way. It might be a sanctuary for animals. You might be interested in creating a sanctuary for animals. You might be interested in helping people to trust the energy of the crystals, for example. It feels very spiritually connected as a purpose. We've got here forgiveness and understanding. And we have got learning experience. Okay. You're guiding the light. You're guiding the way for other people to learn how to trust themselves. With this 3 of Pentacles energy, what's going on with this is perhaps, you know, you've sort of had some things that you've tried with other people, for example, and there's been maybe yeah, with the forgiveness, like a misconstrued understanding of your desires to help the world. Okay, so under the Fool, we have got the King of Wands. With the 2 of Swords, we've got the 7 of Swords. With the Page of Cups, we have got the Moon. With the 3 of Pentacles, we have got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, okay. And with the 10 of Pentacles and Death Rebirth, we have got the 5 of Swords. Yeah, okay. All right, this row, like something's happened. Something's happened. It could have been with somebody that you love. It doesn't have to be a lover. It doesn't have to be at all a romantic love. It could just be somebody that you really love, like a friend or a colleague, a partner, you know, work partner, could be family, could be anybody, but there's something's happened with somebody and it's caused you a lot of introspection, a lot of reflection, a lot of deepening the certainty in the fact that you're just going to do the right thing to help the world, even if that means somebody that you love who said that they'd go on that journey with you didn't. Because we've got the Fool here and the King of Wands. It's like you have the confidence to make a fresh start here, and I think it's like you're not going to let your confidence be dented in your life purpose. There's a wave of change. It's like you're riding a wave, like it's a tsunami. You're riding the tsunami, and look, we've got the Moon coming through here again. There's a real similarity. There's a real similarity in that energy. It's like you intuitively know that you have something that you have to put out there. You have to help people achieve something. It's so deep in your soul that it just has to happen. You have to take leadership of making something new happen, something joyful happen for the world. With the 2 of Swords and the 7 of the Swords, it's like the 7 of Swords can be a card of deceit, and it's like I think people haven't necessarily got you. I think people have been uncertain about your motivation because they can't get inside your head. So they haven't necessarily seen all of the thought process that you've had to go through in order to make the choices that you make. And so it's like we've got the 2 of Swords left, but you've had to remove, like we've got underneath the 2 of Swords, we've got these 2 of Swords, but this person's moving out of the way, that 5 Swords, and they're sharp, like swords are sharp. Like, you know, it's like you've had to remove some real people who just really haven't given credit to the thoughts that you have. But you understand, it's like you're forgiving about that, you're understanding, and you're just treating it as a learning experience. It's like, well, okay, you know, it's like I perhaps haven't communicated me, or somebody hasn't understood the authenticity of who I am, but that's okay. I want to live in joy. And here with the moon energy can be about fears. Perhaps you've had to overcome some fears, or you've done the work to see your inner beauty, but other people haven't been able to do that yet. Other people haven't kind of woken up to the strength that they have, or the intuition that they have. So subconsciously you're just moving forward because the energy is just taking you forward. But you're moving forward to just having fun, not living in fear, because intuitively, deeply, you deeply understand yourself. Look how the moon and the earth are lined up. The moon and the earth are traveling through like fun, like they're lining up fun and having a good time, doing something that you love doing, that you're passionate, and what you're passionate about is a life purpose. It feels like it's about helping the world, bringing together a sanctuary of safety for people to feel that they can work in an energy of trusting their magic and be able to talk about it. And here we've got the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. It's just like you've had to walk away from a lot of sad and disappointing energy. The Five of Cups is about disappointment. It's like you've tried to line yourself up with people and you've been let down, or they've let themselves down. But it's really important to focus on, you know, the Two of Cups, the remaining energy that's left. So on the Five of Cups, you've got 3 broken cups and 2 full cups. It's like, well, perhaps you've tried to embrace a life purpose with, you know, maybe 2 or 3 other people, and it hasn't worked, but it's okay. There's other people out there. And the Two of Cups is divine partnership energy. So there's a joy in a partnership that will come for you. In the meantime, there's a partnership with yourself. And then we've got the Death, Rebirth, 10 of Pentacles with the 5 of Swords here. And the 5 of Swords is about, you know, conflict, is about people being indecisive. It's almost like, you know, you have to stand up above other people's thought processes in order to free yourself from the constraints of other people's lack of self-belief. And it's not your self-belief, it's their lack of self-belief that holds them back. That you're just like, oh, you know, I can't be bothered with that. It's like self-harming. People who hold themselves back are self-harming, and people who don't understand your intent are just people who are on a journey that they haven't realized how amazing they are, you know. So when people realize how amazing they are, they're able to put some of their burdens on a sledge and move forward more freely. But that's their process they have to go through. And it's like you've decided to rise yourself above people who haven't managed yet to decide to choose to embrace their self-confidence, to choose to move themselves forward, to move themselves out of the lack of self-belief. And I don't think this is something that's come easily to you. You've had to own and create your own self-belief. Okay, pile number 3. You're very, very strong. You just trust in the guidance. You're on a mission. And whatever this situation is, whoever it's been with, if it's somebody that you really love, as a friend, as a partner, if they tame their thoughts and they stop seeing what they don't have and they start seeing what they can do, and they stop fearing, then they start loving the mystery of themselves, and they take ownership of their own self-confidence, because self-confidence is a choice to a large degree, because it's how we choose to project ourselves out into the outside world. There is something we can do about it, which is to choose to work on it. Then they might come back and say, wow, you know, that was a learning experience. You're a guiding light for me to move forward. Or they might just say, look, can you forgive me? And I'm not able to move forward. So that might happen. But pile number 3, this is, you have to be selfish. You're the diamond. You've found the diamond of your own life. And a lot of people will never get there. And a lot of people will relish the fact that you've got there and you can show them the way. And that might be your life purpose, is to help guide people to feeling better about themselves and provide a sanctuary for people to do that. Okay, so finally we've got the 2 of Pentacles, we've got the 6 of Pentacles, and we have got the 10 of Swords. Yeah, you're walking away from people who hold you back or hold themselves back. There's a lot of sadness in that. There's a lot of sadness in this energy. I feel something's happened to you that's quite well, to get to this depth of knowing who you are, you have been through a lot, and hats off to you for doing that. Not many people go on that journey and come out the other end 100% certain about what it is that they want to do. But you are clear. You're clear about the choices that you want to make, the partnerships that you want to have. You're clear about, you're being very, very generous. You've been very generous with who you are. You're very generous with your time. You're a generous person. You want to help other people move forward. There's an element of sadness that you can't take people with you. But you're also, you have a life purpose, and that life purpose is about you. Island and detachment. Yeah, detachment, you have to energetically, in order to trust and move forward, sometimes detach yourself from people who want to stay stuck in their thoughts. And persistence, yeah, your persistence is carrying you forward. It's like there's a wave of change. It's like pile number 3. You have a life mission. You have a life mission, and you're tuned into it. And I think you feel sad that you can't take people with you who just aren't able to get there or aren't able to get there yet. They may join you, but you have almost like a burning desire to keep moving forward. And that means energetically staying true to yourself. And that means that you can't be held back by other people. Because when you become in tune with the moon like this, and you become like able to receive financial reward, for example, with the pentacles here, then you can spread that back out into the world, and help people, help build sanctuaries. Like sanctuaries need money. You can help fund sanctuaries by doing that. So be true to your choices. My personal growth is unlimited. Yeah, that's what you've discovered, and not everybody can get there. Harness your power to develop your strengths. There is no limit to your personal improvement. Take time to understand any areas of your life that require further growth. There's nothing standing in between turning your good into great. Okay, beautiful. Pile number 3, I'm going to leave it there. This has definitely been about career. There has been something about love. I don't think it's about necessarily romantic love here. It feels that you've had to detach yourself from people you love, because you have a calling. It is for the greater good. It's unstoppable. Like it's a wave of change that it's almost like you have to do it. It's so ingrained in your bones, and it's in your physical system, it's in your emotional system, it's in your energetic system. You've done a monumental amount of work on yourself to get to the place where you understand who you are, what it is that you want, and what your soul purpose is. And that just has to move forward, because it's about helping the planet. And it's about, allowing the planet to be able to grow and recover in a way energetically that needs to. And things will come your way that you need. You will probably carry sadness, but you'll also have this ability to understand, and you do have this ability and totally forgive. Like it's just like, yeah, okay, we all learn from things, and we have to move on, because we all have to grow. We just can't all grow at the same pace. And there's no need to. What I think is so sad is that we then, we can get misrepresented unfairly, but that's only because people don't have the thought processes that we have. And you just have to rise above it. You just have to rise above that and keep going, because you can't not pile number 3. It's part of your destiny. Okay, that's quite a tough reading. I salute you for doing this, because it's a lonely journey, but it's a very empowered journey, and there's more joy in helping the world and people to find their way, the people who want to find their way, than there is being constrained by people who aren't yet at that same place as you. So carry on being a guiding light, pile number 3. And thank you so much for being you. Okay, Tober, is there anything else that you want to add? Sorry. Oh, he's showing me a picture of you being hugged by angels. Wow, that's very beautiful. You are very, very divinely supported, and if you feel alone at times, know that you have a guardian angel. If you haven't read it, I would really recommend watching Lorna Burns' Angels in My Hair, because we all, without any shadow of a doubt, have a guardian angel, and that angel is, Toby showed me a picture of that angel hugging you and just saying, look, you're so divinely supported on this, and you've chosen to accept your mission, and therefore the angels will be bringing you and supporting you what you need, and the right people who really, really want to vibe with you and move forward with you as well. Okay, pile number 3. I really hope that helps. Take care. Thank you very much.